You ever start a stream with Ric Flair and wrestling references? I have. Welcome to Scion, Godsend. We have a couple announcements. Well, we have one announcement. We just have a quick announcement for thank you for those of you that backed the Trinity Continuum Aether. It was funded with 11 stretch goals unlocked, including that sweet, sweet Aether audio drama that we talked about today's Sunday, right, guys? Last Sunday. So, we thank you guys that backed that. It was fully backed with $56,758 and 1,100 backers. We appreciate you guys so much, and we look forward to seeing not only the book, but I'm a big fan of the audio drama. That was a very unique take, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just boring. I don't know. I'm excited for it. But thank you nonetheless. That's our only announcement, and I don't see any reason to delay, seeing what the Strings of Fate have pulled our heroes together for. So let's go ahead and meet them, shall we?
Hey guys, Charles here. I pissed off a Beaver last time, and I'm gonna try and make amends for that. I think a McDonald offering should be sufficient.
I am Gideon Danger, the incarnation of the end, with mad drip.
Hello, I'm Gregor DeWitt. I've been kidnapped. They are holding me against my will. Please help. I was taken from my place of work in the DEWITT.
Hey, what's up? I'm MAJIN. Yeah, I'm just here vibing.
Hello there. Really today, lots going on, but I'm wondering if I can get an answer to one of these questions: is what is better, these beaver nuggets or chicken nuggets from McDonald's? We'll find out.
They are two entirely different consistencies and two entirely different snacks. So if you're really going to compare them, it's a matter of comparing salty to sweet, crunchy to chewy. Well, nuggets aren't chewy, but we'll get to that, I suppose.
Nuggets aren't standardized.
More important questions. This important question and more hopefully answered on today's episode of Scion Godsend. Gregor, welcome back. We are happy to have you back on terra firma. Now get back to work.
God damn it. Okay, so last time we met, we were at, I was doing my job in the underworld that, mind you, I hadn't volunteered for, but I had made the best of the situation I was in, and I had come across our good acquaintance Gideon, who had committed the act of murder recently, a murder I was investigating. This, completely separately, my two friends, Charles, who had become friends with Donnie's half-brother, proceeded to try to find a way to the underworld, and ultimately led him to intercepting with MAJIN, who just so conveniently, because fate, happened to be at the way that Charles had discovered to the underworld, because of course Donnie knew. We should have gone to Donnie first. That man has been everywhere. Our good friend MAJIN had been there to cut a deal with Apollo to get back at Hermes and acquire a Pegasus, to which he left the winged slippers with the, what was his name, Ned, at the counter. We don't need to go any further into him. Then they shook hands with the giant beaver. The beaver gave them all a hug, and they were thrown into the DEWITT. They came before me and Gideon, who were in a pseudo standoff. I wasn't going to chase him if he ran, to be honest. I mean, I would have given it like a good mile, and then been like, okay, that's enough. I've got everything. I've got enough, more than I've ever gotten on him. Well, they inevitably found us. Then the beaver materialized in the wall. Charles assaulted the beaver. The beaver said, "Get out." The beaver proceeded to get us out. At which point we were in the beaver's establishment. I met Ned. The two Dionysus brothers decided to go get beaver nuggets. The one had, committed, what is it called, osmosis, where, cells divide and become two separate things. Well, one of them had done that so they could stay behind with us as well. Proceeded to grill Gideon, got his name, got a little bit of information about him. Then we went to McDonald's. Continued to grill. Oh yeah, Chim Chim made an appearance in a little cage. Turns out Ned had kidnapped him. And if I recall correctly, we ended at the McDonald's stealing everything because nobody was there to stop us. And the one individual there had been adopted by Charles as one of his disciples.
And indeed, this is where we join our heroes now. In the McDonald's, having a conversation while Thalis' duplicate, we'll say, is shopping at Buc-ee's with Donnie. We join you all now. You guys were all seated in a booth. Jake, the only employee in this McDonald's, was bringing out food, everything that was already made. He returns to the table with a bag of frozen nuggets and says, "Did we want to take frozen food, or are we just on for hot stuff? Are we? What's the order, boss?" He kind of looks at you, Charles.
We're taking everything. Grab everything that we can take.
Copy. Got it.
Listen to the monkey. If the monkey will give you better instructions. Do you know sign language, Jake?
Yeah, I know sign language, but what?
Fantastic.
You're the
Chin
one that.
Chin,
But
you're on him.
That doesn't make sense. You're the one that. Do I work for a monkey now?
Yeah, so the monkey works under me, and he will be your administrative supervisor, your floor supervisor, if you will. You better own up to that monkey. He's going to be giving you your quarterly reports and your annual feedback.
You can see Chim Chim begin to sign and says, "Listen here, you little bitch. All right, you're in for a rough starting year. All right, we are totally down on sales in quarter 3. This is going to be fucked. All right, you better pick yourself up by your bootstraps. You better bring this company forward." And he's like, "Yes, sir." And he runs back over to grab more food. Scene is yours, gentlemen. You guys are in the booth. This is your scene.
I continue munching on my fries.
Understood.
I want to get some of those chicken nuggets, the cooked variety, not the frozen ones. You can have those.
Understood.
I mean, they're all pre-cooked, but whatever.
I mean, yes, but
You're too picky for
I'd rather have the recooked than the pre-cooked.
I think it's reheated.
Reheated, yeah. Or
So is this the method by which you acquire followers?
I mean, I don't know about that. I don't really go around looking for followers or anything. But he'd been alone here for so long. Like, then he deserved to get out and have some friends.
Do we ever deserve anything? Truly?
No. Never. Nobody ever deserves anything. But if that's the case, why do anything? Why continue on any path? Why not mire in destruction? Why not simply stop existing?
Because I don't want to.
if
That's
nothing
Charles's
happens-
reason, so what's yours?
My reason to exist?
To continue to exist, if you don't believe anybody deserves anything. Because that means you have no goals, no purpose. Why not just fade into the void?
Believing one is deserving is to believe in entitlement.
Are you not entitled to the sweat of your brow?
I don't sweat.
The pursuit of happiness.
Are you not? That's semantics and a deflection. Not you, Charles. Him.
That I don't sweat? No, it's a fact.
It is clearly semantics in this case.
I mean,
Are
if
you
the
not
man doesn't
entitled-
have sweat glands, he doesn't have sweat glands. What?
You're helping him with his deflection. Are you not entitled to the product of your labors?
The product of my labor is inevitability. I don't
So
benefit
you
from
are.
them. I don't benefit from them. I gain nothing. There is nothing to gain, as the goal is nothing.
Then why labor? If the goal is nothing, you are already at that point.
No, you see, you fail to understand. The goal is nothing.
then why not end yourself and achieve your goal? If that is your goal,
Because one must bring about nothing.
you do so by ending yourself.
Sounds really boring, and killing yourself sounds like a cop out. Like
Does
I
this
really don't see how that.
does this fool
Well,
ramble
well-
in this fashion constantly? Is this going to be something I'm persistently subjected to?
only
Yes.
if you respond to it. You can just leave it at because I want to.
Well, I did tell him that I would answer his questions, so I'm doing my best, but
Yes.
really seem to cut to the heart of any matter. Is there something you wish to know?
I'm learning quite a bit, actually.
Very well.
Cool. I would like to take this opportunity to go ahead and meet up with Jake. Be like, hey, Jake, I'm gonna take this bag of food, run down to Bussy's.
Yeah, sure,
make a
whatever you
little
want,
peace
man.
offering to- make a peace offering to the Beaver. While I'm doing that, I need you to report to my superior, MAJIN, the biker dude over there. All right?
Is that okay? So let me get the hierarchy right. All right. So I report to the monkey, who reports to you, who you report to that dude, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. So is there anyone else I should know about? Is he like CEO? Like what? Is there a tier list or like? Don't worry about it. All right, got it. He's got it. Your boss got it. Oh, understood.
Yep. Best of luck to you. Chim, keep an eye on him, and I'll take a just bag of miscellaneous food and go to Bucky's.
You can see as you begin to leave, you can see he signs over as Ned walks over to Majin. Chim on the table, just kind of staring up at him. He signs at him and says, "You plotting on me, boy?" Majin, Ned is standing by your side, just like it's. That's all the food, sir. Is there anything else?
Wait, your name is fucking Ned?
I'm sorry,
Said
Jake.
Ned.
Apologies.
How did Ned get here?
What are you talking to me for?
He said you're his boss.
Who's boss?
That guy. He points as Charles is heading out the door.
No, you've established a pecking order.
Okay.
See, the Great Khan has decided to start his conquest.
Jake kind of leans into you, Majin. He's like, "Where's he on the pecking order? Where? Matter of fact, the three of them, are they? That dude's red. Is that a problem?"
Who's red? Which one's red?
Gideon. He points at
Gideon,
him.
you're red?
He points at
Like
him.
Hellboy Red.
You see that now he's kind of eyeballing him, whereas he didn't notice him before. He's now become aware of Gideon.
Address me at your own peril, mortal.
Got it. Looks squarely at you, Majin.
Look, do you have your own PS5 controller?
I mean, yeah, but my PS5 was stolen. I left it in my car.
Stolen by who?
I parked at work. I was excited. I finally made enough to buy the fucking thing, and then I came to work immediately, and then I think it was
And
one
you
of those
didn't
motherfuckers.
get it back?
No, where was I? What was I supposed to do? How the fuck? I don't know who. No, I didn't get it back.
Do you know who took it?
I think it was one of those fucking Bucky's employees, dude. They're fucking weird people, man.
All right, Gideon, I'll be back. Whenever y'all done talking, here, if you leave, just I'm gonna slide them right at my
I believe I
number.
understand now why and how the Scions are at such a loss in their struggles. I stand up. I gesture to the peon, not the monkey, the peon.
Copy.
These are the matters in which we involve ourselves. This
He
is
lost his PlayStation, so
He
we're
what?
gonna go get it back.
why are we concerned with the station by which he plays?
No, it's
seems
called a
pretty-
PlayStation 5.
What happened to the first four?
They were created
Time.
and then they died.
Oh,
They're obsolete.
God. obsolete, yeah.
Well,
Right.
then this one will also be obsolete in time.
This isn't even about the PlayStation. This is about principles. This is about Jake standing up for himself and stop being a pushover.
I pushed Jake over.
He falls very, very easily.
You just said you're gonna stop being a fucking pushover, Jake.
Dude, he's huge.
I said,
Let's go get your
address me
fucking
at
PS5.
your peril.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it was just the wind. Sorry.
I pick him up
Shit, fuck, shit.
off the ground and I pull him to me.
He is trying very hard not to look at you. He's just like, uh-huh.
You have been slighted. And
Yeah,
your pride is wounded. Then you should go heal that.
you could say that. Yep.
Go.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
He runs out the door.
I'm your fucking boss.
He goes toward.
It
He runs.
would appear he has resigned.
He runs toward the Buckies.
You should probably get him before he goes in there unattended.
Nah, I mean, I was. He left
No,
himself.
it seems this Jake needs no guidance. He only needs a push in the right direction.
And now he's on his way to Bucky's.
Is that not where his pride was wounded?
Presumably, but we have no proof.
Or at least the one he claims is responsible, so it's a good enough direction to start. And Charles is already heading that way, so
Seems this
that
matter.
matter is resolved.
I'm curious. How did you all come to be joined? Is it purely a matter of destiny throwing you together, or is there agency involved?
Is there
Imagine,
any
did you leave?
agency when it comes to fate? No.
You
I'm
didn't
sitting
leave?
back down to drink my Sprite.
Okay. Raised in the same orphanage as him and the monkey, not pointing to Chim Chim, but pointing to Charles. And then I don't know about you. Who? Why are you? Why aren't you with Donnie? Aren't you Donnie's brother?
Oh, I am with Donnie.
Okay. Fair.
I turned to Majin. Didn't you say it seems you have a quarrel?
Oral. Oh,
with
you
Destiny?
talking about? Yeah. I mean, everything is like predetermined, right? So that means, we don't have control over anything. That means this fucking war that's about to pop off isn't really popping off because they want it to. It's because, Destiny is making it happen.
But didn't Royal say that fate doesn't affect him?
I don't know.
Royal
I'm
or
fairly
Gideon?
certain Royal said fate didn't affect him.
Royal or Gideon?
So, Royal. He mentioned something about fate last time, and I have good memories.
Yeah, you're talking about Royal or you're talking about me? Because I'm not
Ro-
Royal.
I know.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, Royal said fate didn't affect him. So how could fate be affecting him if the war is fate? That logic doesn't follow through.
I don't know what the
You could
fuck
say
you're saying,
anything, really.
Gregor. I'm not talking about Royal. I'm talking about the war. Where
Yeah.
Royal come into?
Yeah, did not Royal say that he wasn't a subject to fate, and as such, and presumably none of his people, the dragons, are subject to fate. So the war can't be fated.
Gideon,
If the
Man,
dragons,
that's a big assumption.
Gideon, the mention of dragons sparks something. You may have encountered these creatures before. Let's have you make a roll.
Kind of roll.
I'm gonna have you either, well, your choice of skill. Anything you would need to remember something or to recall some historical events of the divine variety, gods, dragons, titans, things like that. And the attribute, I'm gonna say, this is gonna recall either on your intellect or cunning. I'll leave that choice to you as well.
I would say, I guess I'll go cunning and hmm. Occult, I guess.
Works for me.
I mean, this probably isn't going to go well. But yeah, no successes.
Okay. You've not experienced dragons in any academic variety. You don't really have any information on their origin, their beginnings, their plight, their history. Not to say that you may not have encountered them before, in combat perhaps, or in an altercation, but at this time you have no historical or
You speak of some coming war. Between who? These powers are always at odds with one another.
Dragons, um, these space alien zombie things, and gods.
And what is your role here in this war?
My role specifically,
I kind of gesture broadly to the table.
don't lump me in with everybody else. I don't even know this guy. And Gregor's Gregor.
Gregor is in fact Gregor. I personally don't want to participate in the war at all, but I imagine that it's going to come.
Well, if you are to talk about inevitability and fate, you should be careful with how you ascribe the intentions, as fate personified is not a concept, but a group. The fates of the Theoi, particularly, those bound to Zeus and his fellows, are a
So they're
particular breed.
Are they the ones that's like controlling everything, or no?
Everything would be giving them too much credit. They, in my estimation, provide some level of utility outside of their agenda to their patricidal, self-obsessed allfather. But ultimately, he serves no purpose other than his own and his fixation with creating exotic offspring through his erotic escapades. The fates of the Theoi provide him with a multitude of options in perpetuity. They allow him to craft his myth, his being, his ongoing crusade. While I don't necessarily believe them to be malicious, and their schemes reek of irony and dullard poetics of romanticized justice, karma, I find that it becomes important to remove their claim to power. Their destruction is not necessarily vital, but they are meddlesome and powerful.
So, you seek destruction, but it's not necessary.
I don't necessarily seek their destruction. Their being is irrelevant. Their position and their claim to power and their badges of station are what give them the ability to do what they do.
everyone at this time can feel free to make, I'm going to call this an intellect roll. And much like Gideon's previous role, anything you would need to know about the Scion's journey, the apotheosis, the history of it, the intricate natures of it, whatever you so choose. Charles, exempt from this as you are not present. Sorry, buddy.
Occult?
Colt works fine for me.
How about culture?
Culture works perfectly well as well.
1 success.
1 success. 3 successes.
1 success.
1 success. So at this point, we have a total of 3 failed rolls with Gideon's, MAJIN, and THALIS on this roll as well. I'd like to remind you guys have up again. Your total pool of 10 momentum is filled. You have 10 momentum at the current moment. Gregor with 3 successes. It's not uncommon what he's talking about. You may not. I don't believe you sent a divine on him, so there's nothing really that you know of his pantheon.
I did.
Then all the more reason for you to believe something here. You may be wrong, you may be right, but it sounds as if he's on a journey of apotheosis. It sounds like he has a goal. He has a goal to usurp, perhaps, his divine parent, to take on their mantle. Apotheosis is achieved in a variety of ways. This is one of the ways that it can be done so. They will take, Scions will ascend to godhood and either take from the divine parent, split up the mantles and the purviews, or create something else entirely. But it sounds as if he is ready to usurp fate. The fates, I should say.
Okay.
Life existed before them. Life can and will exist without their insistent meddling.
Yes. But why must you be the one to pull that trigger?
Why? Do you not?
Everybody has a reason. You seek destruction, but not destruction of their being. You don't like fate, which tells me you probably had a bad run-in with fate. Based on what you've been saying, some dramatic irony happened to you at some point. Or you were part of a Greek tragedy. At which point, what's the tragedy?
Your presumptions aside, these gods may seem dauntingly powerful, perhaps insurmountable, but they all share the same fear. Irrelevance, erasure, removal from the consciousness. Why? Why is not the question to be asked here. If you wish justification for my actions, one must only look to a sense of purpose, a sense of being. I am the end. What are you?
I'm just a thing. At the end of the day. And without a justification of any kind, and your deflection was quite impressive, I must assume that you've either decided to embody something, and that this is just your ultimate personal belief of what you're embodying, or I am right and you don't want to talk about it. That's fine. We're not friends. You aren't. We just met, in fact. I don't need to get personal, but I have to assume a motive, because people don't suddenly decide fate has to go, especially specific aspects of fate have to go without some justification. Very few people just hate people higgledy-piggledy.
I don't hate anyone.
Then you definitely have a justification.
What part of this do you fail to understand?
I'm not failing
With
to
that
understand
question
anything.
firmly in mind, we're going to swap away from you guys, over to Charles. Taking a few seconds back in time, Charles, you are walking through the parking lot. You've made it to the gas pumps. Then you see your newest follower, Jake, sprinting into the gas station.
Alright, I'd like to use sidestepping to get in front of him.
You do this, he immediately just kind of bumps into you and says, "Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I have to
Whoa. Hang tight. What's going on?
I have to figure out who stole my PS5 and I need to beat their ass."
Who said you have to beat their ass specifically?
I think the big dude. I don't remember. One of your friends.
Calm down.
What was his name? I don't
know his name either. Let's just go in and talk to him. Alright?
Okay.
As we pass by the statue, I'll set the bag of McDonald's food in front of the Bucky statue and like shake its hand and be like, "No hard feelings."
The statue kind of takes your hand, shakes it, and says, "You prepared for me an offering."
It's not the only one. I'm gonna blow up that McDonald's.
Oh, that would be just lovely. You know what, friend? You're all right.
I do what I can. Hang tight. I think I might have another one for you. Do you know anything about this guy's PS5?
Oh, that was stolen by Todd.
Todd still work here?
He works in the deli section.
Fantastic.
Makes
Thank you.
fantastic sandwiches.
And with that, come on, Jake. Let's go look for Todd in the deli section.
Jake is sitting there staring at the beaver just like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. This place is fucking evil. You guys wander into the Buc-ee's. Ned gives you a wave again. Back so soon.
Howdy.
Did we lose you, Charles?
I think Ned took him.
Nah, this is an intimidation tactic.
There we go. We're good.
There he is.
Excellent intimidation tactic. Go ahead, Charles.
So what just happened? In case I missed something.
Ned just waved, said hello. Back so soon.
Ned? Yeah, looking for Jake's PlayStation. He worked over at the McDonald's, and we got word that Todd had pilfered his PlayStation.
Oh, Todd is known to take things that aren't his. I'll call him to the front. He hits a little microphone on his checker station and says, "Todd, your assistance is requested at Register 3. Takes a moment. Thalis is double. You hear this. You're sitting with Donnie as he's kind of like munching on a sandwich. He's a basket full of food. And he says, "I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't really I really get hungry, but I don't think I hope they have room on the cloud, dude. We gotta build a new crate, a new.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be fine. We could probably even fit a little bit more.
You think so? I don't have a whole lot of money, dude. I don't know. This is probably like max that I can take care of.
Oh, it should be fine. Should be fine.
What do you,
I don't know if you need me to try to persuade him with a roll or anything.
here's the
but-
thing, though, Thalis. All right. I don't know if you know. I know you're the new kid on the block, but you exchange money for goods and services. I don't have a whole lot of money. That's the issue, my guy.
Oh. I see. And just one more bag of beef and nuggets. Then
One more bag of. Okay.
we'll,
all
we'll
right.
come back for more later.
All right, sounds good, dude. All right, Charles. You see Todd. Standard build, kind of. He looks like he hits the gym probably twice a week, maybe. Comes over. He's got a polo buttoned up to the top button. Hair slicked back, and he. What can I do for you, boss? Did you happen to take? Apologies. I'll leave you to it. He sees another customer come through his line. You're seeing
Hey,
Charles.
buddy, you take my friend's PS5 here?
Jake's sitting there staring, just like. You can see Todd kind of looks him over and says, I don't think I've ever seen this guy before in my life.
Neat. Neat. Todd, I really need you to be upstanding about this. If you could look real deep down, maybe grab your, like, 2 remaining brain cells, rub them real hard together, and see if you can come up with something. Like, let's just work together here, you and me. Like, see if you can think of any time you stole a PS5 out of a vehicle in the McDonald's parking lot.
Look, buddy, I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but like I said, I've never seen this guy before in my life, and we have some rules here at Bucky's, and there's no violence allowed on the premises.
Would you like to escort me off the premises, and we can sell this like gentlemen?
I think I'm happy right here.
Fantastic. If I could make a social roll to intimidate him.
You may absolutely do so. Let's have you take some manipulation and whatever you feel, whatever approach you're going with in the skills.
I would like to utilize my Epic Strength's innate ability that allows me to use might for such things.
Understood. Take some narrative control of the scene. How are you doing this? How would you like to do this? This is not a role necessarily. You can just do this with the innate power of epic strength.
I would like to put my hand on his shoulder and be like, I'm not too big on following rules as much as I would like to not upset your upper supervision here. This is very important to me, and I'll do whatever I feel like I need to see it through. And I'll give him like a grip, like right on the collarbone, and whatever happens from that, I mean.
With epic strength, you feel the muscles just collapse under your grip. You feel the collarbone bend just a bit, maybe not crack or anything like that, but you can feel yourself pushing in, at least leaving a small indentation in his collarbone. He looks at you just... I said there's no violence on the premises. You're breaking Bucky's rules, man. You don't know what you're fucking doing.
I'm not being violent. I'm putting my hand on your shoulder.
Ned kind of looks up. There's a small smirk on his face. He continues to check somebody, one of the customers out. He says, I don't know who the fuck that is, man. Jake says, yeah, you do, dude. Yeah, you do.
I'm not asking if you know who he is. I'm asking if you've ever taken a PlayStation 5 out of a vehicle in the McDonald's parking lot, man.
At this point, I am going to require a roll. You're going to have some extra dice to this due to your epic dexterity. I'm going to say, well, no extra dice. We'll say that this is going to be a lower DC, basically. So go ahead and give me that manipulation roll and whatever you feel like. At this point, you can use even close combat if you'd like as your skill, if you so choose.
Okay, yeah. I'll go with empathy.
Okay.
Alright, I got 3 successes.
3 successes. He looks and says, yeah, man. All right, fine. It's in the back. We set it up in the break room.
Cool. Could you be a lamb and go get that for me?
You still have your hand on his shoulder?
Absolutely.
It's just, sure, man. Whatever you fucking need. He looks over to Ned, and Ned just continues checking somebody out.
Thanks, Todd. Pleasure doing business with you.
You release him. He scurries back over to what looks like a back room. Jake says, holy shit, man. Thank you.
No problem, dude. It's what we do for our own...
Right on,
You're not
man.
attached to that McDonald's, are you?
No, dude, I fucking hate that place. Like I said, I haven't...
Cool.
Doing manager's job. Like, oh, fuck. Thank God. Thank you. What did you say your name was, man?
Hi, I'm Charles. I'll extend my hand for a handshake.
He takes your hand. can see very easily that he's excited, and there's a sort of recognition that, like, his world has changed. He's not just a McDonald's employee now. He probably recognize you as a Scion at this point, which expands your following, expands your cult, your followers, your worshippers. Takes your hand and is very grateful. Todd returns with the PS5 cords wrapped around it.
It's going to be the first time I had a follower that wasn't a dog.
He holds out the machine to you.
Fantastic. Do you have a TV over at the McDonald's, Jake?
Yeah, it's like a little 24-inch, but yeah.
You can plug this in and check it?
Yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, of course, of course.
Right. We'll be back in a little bit, Todd. Thank you very much. You have a good evening.
Good evening. Keeps looking over at Ned. Ned's checked out his customer and is just standing there watching.
Hi, Ned.
Goodbye, Charles. You guys head back over to the McDonald's. Charles.
Yer.
In the short amount of time that you've been active today, you have exemplified certain things. You have placed MAJIN above you on a totem pole, on a hierarchy. Some would say that within your group, within this organization that you have stepped down from a leadership role. You have taken no authority here. You, for the time being, will be revoking your leadership calling. However, Bucky's does have rules, and there will be some repercussions for your actions here. You've played outside those rules. You've acted on your own and sort of skirted authority. You will be taking the outsider calling.
According to plan.
We rejoin the core group of Gideon, Gregor, MAJIN, and perhaps a copy of THALIS? Who's to say? Conversation is yours, gentlemen.
I believe we were talking about fate.
Yes, as I said, the concerns with why, if there was a why to be provided, it would be the dismemberment of the controls placed on existence by self-proclaimed rulers, tyrants, and despots.
All right. So they've definitely done something wrong to you, or you have some weirdly overpowering force of freedom. Which, if you do, and they're controlling, raises more questions.
How does it feel, and I'll look at the table when I say this, how does it feel to know that your every sadness, every defeat and victory were written and approved by a deity of the worst sort? By witches who serve a singular entity, a singular idea, a singular concept. Zeus.
I work within mortal systems. Not very bad, really.
I want to take this moment. This is a pretty heavy question. THALIS, you are heavily tied to the Theoi. You are Dionysus's favorite. I'm curious as to what you feel about being Dionysus's favorite. I'm curious to what you feel about the question as well. Let's start quickly with, how do you feel about being Dionysus's favorite?
it's an interesting thing because while it certainly does have its perks, its benefits, it's not a path chosen, and in that sense, it's a lot of this is bringing up that question of, do I have a choice in that matter?
Interesting. So,
And if I did, would I choose something different, or would I continue doing what I know?
interesting. So, with the question posed, Gideon, or rather, Thalis, with Gideon's question posed, it's bringing up some questioning of your position. How do you feel about fate? How do you feel about the fates? They are of your pantheon. You may not work closely with them, but you are closer than most. How does Thalis feel? Especially with this question posed.
Suppose there the question. I'm really wondering, like, if it's possible to do anything other than what they've already prescribed. And honestly, if there is, I'm not sure how I would go about doing that, or am I essentially stuck on the railroad, or the treadmill, as you will?
Understood.
Yeah, a lot of thinking to do on that one.
So the question has been posed. Gregor, you've answered. But it's an open forum for the table. By all means, continue, gentlemen.
You've asked repeatedly what my aims are. I seek to remove the potential for more threads to be created, quite simply. Their tapestry, in my opinion, has run its course.
And yet you've given no motive besides because it's time.
It's likely past time. Death is just another loop that they've continued to exploit.
Fair. But if there is a prescribed time, is that not just another strand of fate?
It doesn't matter if fate's plan is for their end. I'm unconcerned with whether they get what they want. Their sense of satisfaction is divorced totally from my objective. These beings want to control the narrative. They want to control the universe. They want to shape the world, and above all, be revered and worshipped for it.
All right. But you don't care if they're satisfied or not.
No, their wants are irrelevant.
But you don't like them because they want to control. So their wants are relevant.
Like them? I have no feelings about them one way or the other.
But you've decided they must be destroyed.
No, again, their power is what gives them the ability to do what it is that they do, to continue exacting the machinations of this hierarchy. You dismember those controls, you remove the threat of conflict by flattening that hierarchy. I simply would see that work undone at an atomic level.
But you see why I question why you would want that, yes? It makes no sense to just one day wake up and decide that it all has to go.
It does make sense.
Is that the origin that I am presumed to have? That I woke up one day and decided to remove fate from the equation of the universe?
With all of your deflections, no. But that's the one that you're painting. That's the picture you're painting. Because of all of your deflections, it has to go because it has to go. You've come to that conclusion. That is what you have been saying in all of your waxing of poetics, is it not?
That is not the conclusion. That is the beginning. That is where it begins. It begins with the end.
So you agree?
Charles, you rejoin your friends in the McDonald's.
I'm not certain at this point whether I disagree or agree. I don't know that that necessarily matters either. I was asked a question. I'm providing answers.
Yes. And
All
your
right,
conclusion is
I'm gonna intervene here. All right, because this is annoying. Gideon, fate, right? These are actual people, gods that could be touched, right?
It is my understanding that they exist as facets of a whole. At least those in the THEOI. They are not the only fates to exist, but they are the ones that I am concerned with at this juncture.
So each pantheon kind of has something similar.
Destiny is a complicated concept, an idea that will continue to persist. However, the stench of the Morai is upon all of you.
Okay, and that could be severed.
Perhaps. It's no fast endeavor. It's no small ask. However, I have a theory.
And what's that theory?
The mother of the fates, Ananke, I am to understand, provides them with the thread that they use to form the tapestry of fate. We find it, we destroy it, remove the potential for any more to be created. The well runs dry, no thread, no new plans. The complications would be compounded if Kronos were to get involved, as he is another parent of the fates. He has no small stake in destiny, but Kronos would be another concern altogether. However, his badge of office would be no less helpful. But
Yeah.
obliteration is the only permanent solution.
Why don't we just go get Cronus' badge of office then?
Time is a more complicated concept than destiny. The agent of time is not one to be intercepted. However, if his loyalties, if his self-aggrandized position in the hierarchy were to come into question or to fall under threat, he may feel compelled to intervene. But he is not essential to this plan. He is perhaps, at worst, a barrier, at worst, a complication. But as he has seen the end, as he knows what goes past fate, perhaps he could be convinced and shown another way.
Thalis, in this moment, I need you to make a roll for me at the mention of Cronus' badge of office. I'm going to have you make an occult roll on anything in your mental arena.
Anything in mental.
And if Gregor, was it, wants justification,
I'll go ahead and go with cunning on this one if I can.
Understood.
what I will say is that it is not a right that the denizens of this world or any other have agreed to. They stand in awe of power that they do not understand, and that they have wittingly or unwittingly handed over with their need for superstition, adherence to codes handed down from higher powers of these idealized beings that will never resemble anything close to their hopes.
Still single?
I shoot it.
Thalis, with your roll of 2 successes. Cronus' badge of office. He is common.
I said Kronos. I said Kronos, not Cronus.
Oh, okay. Changes things. Changes everything, actually. Apologies. You had no need for a roll.
Oh. Well.
so. You don't like them because you don't like them. You see their effect on the world and you don't like it.
If it suits you to believe that I have a preference, then so be it.
Humans don't do things for no reason.
Who said I was human?
Does he look human?
He's human in origin.
I give the whole table a big warm smile.
Gideon, I can't imagine your smile is anything less than terrifying.
We are who we are. Some of us are made to be. Some of us are made for other reasons.
So if you don't have a preference, then why don't you just tag along with us?
I may not have a preference, but I do have a purpose.
And you can't pursue that purpose along our side?
Well, that's not up to me. I will be pursuing it either way. So the question is, what are you going to do
Visit dragons.
in this war, this burgeoning conflict?
In this moment, the door flings open. One of the many doors into the entrances of McDonald's. You recognize the individual, Charles. It's not in his travel form, we'll say. An individual wearing red. It's your trainer. Strides forward and says, Charles, I need a word with you.
Okie dokie. See you guys in a bit.
Have fun, Charles. Don't
I'll
break
talk to you
anything.
later.
Don't do anything that I wouldn't do.
I don't know what that means. I'll walk outside with my trainer.
We'll rejoin you very shortly, Charles. Gideon, Gregor, MAJIN, THALIS, still your scene.
As riveting as this conversation has been, my task is not going to complete itself.
Is that you leaving? Is that what that means?
Are you satisfied?
Didn't get a motive besides doing it because I can. But if that's why you're doing it, then weak motive, but okay. I'm not going to interfere in intra-pantheon affairs. It's not my place.
I looked to MAJIN. You seemed curious about the means. Tell me, will you stand in my way?
Oh no, man. I mean, I'm a supporter of free will, of freedom, and at the root of it, the five whys ends with them. So maybe not yours in particular, it seems like. But yeah. Thanks for the info.
Look to the rest of the table. Well, I suppose then, if fate would deem it, we may cross paths again.
We will. These motherfuckers fell out of a tree. The only tree around here, next to a fucking gas station.
With that in mind, we fade from you guys as we follow Charles outside, following his trainer, his sensei. Moment you guys are outside the door, he turns to face you, Charles, and says, I apologize that I've been absent. I've been remiss in your training. However,
I thought it meant I graduated.
Perhaps the first tier of training, yes. I see you have taken on some new garments.
Yeah, it changed shape in Las Vegas. It's the same weighted training gear you had given me.
Smiles and nods. You inquired with the Shen and the bureaucracy of heaven about a few things. I see that your companion has been rescued. Congratulations. However, I bring some more grim tidings. I've been busy with the war. I've been called away. I will be unable to continue your training in any formal, meaningful way. But I wanted you to hear it from me. Your father is unavailable in the moment. I didn't want to have you hear it from anybody else. You inquired about the location of your mother. Charles, I'm very sorry to say that she is not within our reach. She was not a follower of our pantheon. As such, she was not contained within our underworlds. And she has been taken. She's no longer in the underworld where she was assigned.
Okay. Do we know where she was taken to?
We have theories, but nothing concrete. But what we know for certain is that it's more complex than just a stolen soul. She is... Do you still have the bandana that your father gifted you so long ago?
Yeah.
May I see it?
Yeah. I'll take it off from underneath my my cloak. I have it tied up around my left arm. Slide it off and hand it to him.
This is what we call a red string of fate. It is used to create connections and bonds. Your mother has been fate-bound by one of these in a strong connection. She's in the thrall of a Titan.
Okay. Do we know which Titan?
Charles, you cannot interfere.
Right.
Charles, I need you to make a roll. Either this is going to be your manipulation, and then your choice of either persuasion or subterfuge, whatever one you are feeling is you're actually leaning toward. Do you intend to interfere?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell him that too.
Then persuasion and whatever, by all means, make your argument.
I guess I'll use presence as the attribute. And the gist of it being that I'm going to pursue this, like, no matter what. Like, it's just the manner in which I do so. The role being 2 successes.
2 successes. He looks at you and says, "This is interpantheon. This is across pantheons. This is... The war has made sides. Enemies become friends, friends become enemies. This particular Titan was an ally, and he's chosen his side now. We can't have you interfering. There's... Not only that, Charles, she is fate-bound. There is no severing it. Unless this Titan wills it.
Okay, I can understand that. Then I won't sever it.
Charles, I'm afraid I can't help you any further. I was only hoping to give you closure, that you know that she is... That you know that she is... still within existence.
Well, I appreciate it. That's not the closure that I need, though. Like I said, I appreciate it. And it's good seeing...
This war is drawing battle lines, Charles. You will be called on soon, I think. And then we will have to see if you live up to your new garments. Charles, I need you to make another roll, and as a reminder, you guys have a pool of momentum you can use. This is going to be your choice, integrity or empathy, whatever you would like in your mental arena.
Okay, what exactly is the role about? You don't mind me asking, so that I have a better idea to...
Well,
I'll just pick empathy and resolve.
okay. Would you like to use momentum at all? I always forget to remind you guys of that pool, so I'm trying to be a little bit better about that.
I don't feel like I need to. 4 of the dice on my initial roll was for 10, so I re-rolled them. I have a total of 7 success.
7 successes.
Nice.
He's dropping hints there, Charles. He's being coy. He can't help you. But he can be subtle. What does the back of your cloak say?
Thunder God.
Deity that has taken your mother and fate-bound, you may be a thunder god.
One that was a comrade of sorts with some Wukong. Okay.
A comrade to gods, perhaps.
Will you tell me if I guess it right?
He looks at you and says, I can do nothing further.
That's entirely fair. I'll just go talk to Ao Guang myself.
He bows, begins to walk away.
I'll bow in turn.
We rejoin. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'll open up the door of the McDonald's and say, "Hey guys, I got some pin-up frustration to take out. Anyone that doesn't want a building falling on their head should probably get out."
Miss Smirk.
Immediately gets out.
Yep.
Just. Nope, I know what he's gonna do.
Jake is in the back room, and you can hear him shout. It's like, wait, hold on, I gotta unplug shit. It's working fine, by the way.
Hey, wake up.
Start counting back from 5. 4.
Yeah.
Thalis, Gideon, Majin, you guys.
Oh, I'm getting out of there.
Yeah,
I
that's
need to get out twice.
the cue. I toss my soda to the side.
You could have taken that with you.
No, pop is bad for you.
Jake rushes out. He's got the cords and the PlayStation 5 under his arm, and as he runs out of the McDonald's. Charles.
Head count, Jake. Where's your floor supervisor?
You can see Chim Chim on the ground eating a large fry. Just
Cool. I'm gonna collapse that McDonald's.
Using Raise the City.
Using Raise the City, yeah.
Spend a momentum to do it instantly.
Nope, I want to savor it.
Understood. You cast, or you use Raise the City. The building begins to shake and crumble. Gideon, you see him, a similar effect to what he did to the wall that contained the Beaver down in the underworld. You can see, all of you, that the McDonald's begins to crumble and shake and just collapse in on itself.
Yeah, I don't leave.
Understood.
I just put my hood up and kind of let it rain.
You're all reunited, your guys' scene.
You okay there, buddy?
A noteworthy display.
Happy you're okay. Sorry about that. Got some bad news and need to vent.
What happened?
I got word that my mom's soul is fate bound to a Titan. One that used to be a comrade of Sword to Gods and has chosen a separate side. That her soul is somewhat enthralldom to the Titan's thrall. I don't know. I don't know
Do you
much
have
about
any
the
idea as to whom?
I have a couple ideas. I'm gonna press with trying to ask around on the draconic side of things and see if I can pull anything up.
Charles, you were occupied during our discussion, but it seems that the powers that be are exerting themselves within your scope as well. And you're being played upon, put upon, if you will.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know, one might ask why help any one of these factions prop themselves up to fill the power vacuum created by ongoing conflict. Why do they deserve fealty?
Well, I don't really plan to be completely blunt with you. I don't want to pick one of these flawed sides.
Well,
Make my own.
No, that's fair. That's in character. Never mind. Why did I question that? Why did I even think for a moment that was?
well, there is one within the Theoi pantheon that might be an ally in this. One who knows the hell that orders from Olympus rain upon this world. The unseen one. You know, his pride would have his followers believe that it was destiny that caused him to draw the lot that led to his receipt of the underworld, not the sky like Zeus or the seas like Poseidon. And now he has naught but pride in his rulership over the dead and all things below, but only because he is choked with belief that it was the only possible outcome. What if Hades could be shown a different truth? His essence is balance, inevitability.
I mean, yeah, we can just pop on over. I've already been. Let's go. So I got to stop in the DEWITT first.
Well, that's the underworld that you're like linked to, right? With your whole thing. So we would have to travel from the DEWITT to Hades, the place, to meet with Hades, the individual.
I mean, we could go straight there, but I do need to stop in the DEWITT. You guys took me from my house.
From your house. Your
Yes,
house?
Charles.
Yeah.
You're going to call that your house. And furthermore, you're going to say we took you from it.
Charles, I was living there. I had clothes. I had things that I do not have access to right now.
You look me in my face and you tell me that I personally took you out of there.
You punched the frickin' beaver.
It
who
scared
didn't
me.
If not for your actions.
You know I punch things to scare me. Remember that time that leopard jumped out at us in New York City?
Didn't you wrestle the leopard?
I suplexed it.
That's not a punch.
Right, because it wasn't fastened into a brick wall. If I could have suplexed the beaver, I would have.
Then you don't punch things that scare you, you suplex them.
I attack things that scare me.
Okay. Either way,
Apologies for this
you took me from my place of living, and I need to get some things.
You're still saying that I took. I seem to recall all of us being eaten by a beaver, whose maws opened up beneath our feet.
Yes. Yes.
Look, it is not my desire to.
We need to, either way, if we are going to Hades, we need to stop in the DEWITT so I can collect my things.
Yeah. I don't care about that. Just don't say I took you from your home. Like, it's not like I broke into your house and just dragged you out there by the collar of your shirt.
Fair.
That's
That
I've
was
been to
odd.
Hades.
Why are we going to Hades?
to meet with Hades.
Yeah, because Big Man says that Hades can help.
Well, again, I don't wish to put my quest upon anyone, and as Charles made clear to me last time, I'm still coming to grips with the concept of friendship, and it is not my way to ask for aid, or to look for guidance or company, or to look for.
That's the neat thing about friends is you don't have to ask for aid. You don't have to ask for accompaniment. They just
Yeah,
do it.
they'll just materialize to help you.
I'm gonna put my hand on Charles's shoulder. It is not gauntleted. It's just a hand.
You have big hands.
I need you to understand that I am not here. I'm no savior. I am succinctly the end of their story. However,
Okay.
it would seem that complications in your existence may lead our paths along the same trajectory. So if it is to the underworld that you will go, then the least I can do is help you find a door.
I'll put my
No.
hand on your
Friendship.
hand. Thank you for it.
And I will put my hood up, and I will open myself up to the dead.
Wait. You still
And-
never told me your name.
You may call me Gideon. It is the name that I was given by those who would seek to address me by something other than my purpose.
Capital. I might forget that. If I do, I'm just going to ask again.
Cool. There's a door over there. Do we want to go now? Also, what did you guys do with my van?
There's no door over there.
I'm pointing to the Beaver place.
Puppies.
Yeah, there's a door over there. You want to go? Shall we go? I'm not pointing to the statue.
Use the Beaver.
No, we're not going to use the beaver. Just the door.
Hmm.
Ready? Imagine you coming along.
I am thoroughly confused as to what's happening. I don't know why Hades is helping. I don't.
So,
Neither do I.
to explain again, it is my thought that perhaps Hades is one of the only members of the THOI whose loyalty to the All-Father might come into question, considering his perpetual slight.
We're going to Hades because he might not like Zeus, and since this guy doesn't like Zeus, he's hoping to leverage that.
You really do presume a lot, don't you?
You
What
said
you
your
just
mom was
said.
taken by a Titan,
Yeah.
right?
her-
Do you know
her
that
soul
what
was
Titan?
taken. Nope. They said that they couldn't tell me out of fear that I would get involved.
Was this mortal?
And I told them they didn't need to fear about it because it was going to happen anyways.
Was this
Then let's
mortal?
find a Titan to try to narrow down which Titan it is, and then go kick his ass and get your mom back.
Could also investigate the scene of the kidnapping. Local
Yeah.
spirits talk a lot. They talk a lot.
You're absolutely correct.
And let's
Find who,
where
the kidnapping.
where was she?
I don't know.
If fate has bound this person to a Titan, beating that Titan's ass is not going to solve the problem.
And it doesn't really matter. I just need to talk to her for my own closure.
Is this person deceased?
Yes.
Then whether or not they are within the underworld direct or an underworld, there will be records. In
Yeah.
Hades.
Can't hurt to check.
All right, but we do
Donnie,
have to stop.
coming?
Donnie's not here.
I thought I saw him
Yeah,
outside.
he's over at the Beaver place, Bussies.
Thought I saw him outside the gas station.
He is eating in the deli area inside the gas station with Thalis' double.
Almost done shopping.
Oh no.
They're just stuck there counting out dimes and nickels.
Essentially. Your scene. Continue, please.
Yeah, so we can just walk through that door, head to the DEWITT. I can collect my things. Then I can also give my report, and then we can head from the DEWITT to Hades.
I got fucking Pegasus.
What? You gave up your motorcycle?
No, I got Pegasus that I need to do something with.
Couldn't
Could.
you just bring the Pegasus with us?
Yeah, I mean, you can ride the Pegasus around, break it in.
Then what
Could
I'm
use-
gonna do with my bike?
You leave your bike here. I'm sure.
I'm gonna leave my
No.
bike here.
I'm sure nobody's gonna touch it.
They stole fucking Jake's PlayStation 5. You don't think somebody's gonna touch my bike?
Do you think anyone would be able to do anything with your bike? Your bike has a temperament issue. Like,
Doesn't matter. They touch it. I don't want people touching my bike.
Fair. You can take your bike and your Pegasus, and that's not gonna work.
you could put a lead rope on the back of your bike and just ride the bike. The Pegasus would just follow.
Why don't you put it in the care of the flesh pit that you continue to drag around? I'll point to Jake.
Jake's just kind of like, I don't know how to care for a horse.
I'm gonna go talk to Donnie. I'll be back.
I also don't know how to deal with... Okay. Majin, you head over to Bucky's. What are the rest of you guys up to? You guys following along, or you guys...
Then I'll follow along this to the outside. I'm not gonna open it inward facing. Then customers would just exit into the DEWITT rather than wherever the hell else they're supposed to exit.
Might be funny, though.
Yes,
That would be
but
very entertaining.
Charles, Thalis, Gideon. What are you guys up to?
I'll continue kind of following behind. Is there a gate there?
there will be.
I mean, is there an actual gate to the underworld?
Gregor has indicated that he has the ability to open a gate.
What I'm asking is if there is one. Because if there was,
aside
then
from where you were spewed out, yeah, you know of no other.
there's no gate there.
There will be. Just once this is all resolved, there will be. In a moment.
Charles Dallas.
I'm going to follow along, but since I'm already inside, I'm not going to go inside.
I'll tell the Bucky statue that I went ahead and took down that McDonald's.
He says, I was promised an explosion. That was more of just a collapse.
My sincerest condolences.
It's all right. That eyesore is out of the way now, and we can expand.
Yeah, manifest destiny and all that.
You're all right, friend.
I do what I can. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know where my mom is, would you?
Nope. I feel like you want to make a roll here to see if you believe the beaver.
Nope, I'm just going to take it at face value. Cool, thanks, man.
Okay. MAJIN, your friends have joined you. Thalis, you're going to remain outside. You're heading over to Donnie. Donnie is scooping more, what is labeled as beaver nuggets into a small shopping cart and says, alongside a copy of Thalis, and he's kind of counting. Says, all right, now, hold on, we got 20 cents. I think we got 20 cents left over. What cost 20 cents? Oh, hey, MAJIN.
What's up, Donnie?
How's it going, dude? You doing all right? You want some beaver nuggets?
No, I'm all right. Hey, I got a favor to ask you.
What's up, dude? What can I do for you?
So, like, they're trying to, like, hop into different places, and I got this Pegasus in the back, and I was wondering if you could drop it off for me real quick.
Yeah, dude. Anything for a friend, bro. Where do you need it dropped off at?
The Ironworks.
I don't know what oh, wait.
They have one in Vegas, pretty much almost any big city, you know.
Right on, dude. I'm gonna need. He starts to pull fish into his pocket. He moves the Best Buy shirt that's dangling on his belt out of the way. What's the Ironworks? Is it just called the Ironworks, or is it like?
I mean, I don't know. That's
Does it show
what
up on Google?
call. Yeah, it should. It's. I mean, it's pretty well-known spot for Scion stuff.
The Ironworks. Puts it into maps.
I'm gonna write a little note. Explaining MAJIN, Scion, and if you would pass this along to him, I'd appreciate it.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course. He takes the paper and kind of tucks it into his shirt. His shirt has no. His shirt is obviously not tucked in. It falls into the off through his shirt onto the floor and says, "Oh, my bad." Picks it up, puts it in his pocket.
Is Jake with us?
Jake is with you guys. Yeah, he's.
I'm gonna take the PlayStation.
Wait, no, I just got this.
Here, thanks, Donnie. I appreciate it. Here's PlayStation.
Oh, dude, you didn't have to do that. This must have been expensive, man. I haven't even. This is such a. Bro, what are friends for, man? You don't need to give me this if you don't want to. Like.
Oh, it's all right. Here, go ahead and take it.
Right on, dude. I appreciate that. Jake kind of looks at him and says, "I just got that back," and Donnie looks at him and says, "Who are you?" Jake kind of looks at him and says, "That's my PS." Nah, dude. This was given to me by my good friend MAJIN.
Oh, and here's the carrot.
Oh, dope, dude. He takes a bite.
That was for the Pegasus.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'll give it to him, dude. No worries. You can count on me, man.
I appreciate it.
This is no, man. I appreciate it, dude. This is really nice. Jake's just kind of like I was.
You didn't get it back yourself, Jake.
It was
a solo mission.
See, Donnie says, "It's okay, dude. You can come over to my house and play anytime you want." I don't know where you live. Neither do I, dude. He says, it says it's out back, yeah? Come on, Thalis.
Yeah.
We got a horse to tame, dude.
Oh yeah, we just gotta go check out real quick.
Yeah, we gotta check out. He puts the PS5 in the cart, and we gotta see if we gotta make sure that they don't think we bought this here. Kind of scratches into it. Just says Donnie. Just scratches his name into it. Jake just looks horrified. All right, dude. I'm gonna go check out.
When you get something from a store, it comes in a box.
Oh, that's fair, dude. That's fair. He tries to scratch out the name. It's just creating more scratch marks. Jake again just looks terrified. He says, I'm gonna go check out now, dude, and then we'll take care of your horse, bro. I got you, man. You can count on
Appreciate it, Donnie.
me. I'm gonna take Thalis with me. Is that okay?
I guess, sure.
Yeah, man. Just to getting some good brotherly teaching in. You know, gotta break in the new guy. He heads up to the counter. Your guys' scene.
The counter or somewhere else?
Say it again, Thalis.
When you said that it was our scene, are you referring to the counter? Or are you referring to something else?
All of you guys. Donnie has dismissed himself from the situation. He's gonna go check out. We'll get to the copy and what goes on over there very shortly.
Okay. Yeah, that clears up what I was asking there.
Cool. Business done, MAJIN?
Yeah, I just gotta go get my bike.
Got it. We'll head out and get ready.
Everybody else squared away?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Then.
I would like to take a selfie with the Bucky statue. Send it to Jessica.
You can see the big thumbs up. Take a selfie. You send the picture. You send the image, and multimedia messages on cell phones, they show the picture that you sent, right? Bucky looks distorted, almost as if there's static just as a part of his face, as if the sculpture itself was sculpted with that imagery, sculpted to be made of static. And Jess just begins to type back, "What the fuck is that? Why are you here? What is that? Dear God, get away from it."
Can't talk right now. Going to Hades.
Somehow I feel safer with you doing that than standing near whatever the fuck that is.
That's Bucky's, and you should be polite.
Fuck Bucky.
At this point, it becomes a group chat.
Yeah, I'll add MAJIN, Gregor, Donnie. Jake, what's your number? Tag him. Gideon, do you have a phone?
You muted.
I'm sorry. Was this to me?
It was to Gideon.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you make a group chat. Gregor, you walk around the back, as you've indicated. You don't want to have people just walking into Hades. There is
The DEWITT first.
Or rather, DEWITT. Yes, correct. You stand by one of the back entrances. MAJIN, you grab your bike. We cut very quickly to Thalis, the copy, or Thalis the original, and Donnie, who are checking out. And he says, "All right, I think we got it just right. We might be like $10 over, but I think I can convince them otherwise. I think that we can kind of barter here."
Yes, it should be fine. Should be fine. Question: would we be able to get a bagger to help with this? There's quite a lot.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course. He kind of looks around.
I'll just find one. You kind of wave him over.
Todd comes over, rubbing his shoulder bit, and says, "Yeah, man, you guys need help?"
Oh yes, we've got quite a bit here.
Sure thing, man. Sure thing. Begins to bag things up as Ned begins to check you out. Donnie was grossly underestimate the situation. He has $50 over, and he's kind of, oh, dude, let's see, what can I put back? He's completely focused on the contents of the bags at this point.
Todd was the one that came over to help us, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to slip him a 20 and a business card with the thing on the back. More or less an event invite, as it were. Roughly, what we'll say 2 weeks or so from today.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a call this number if you need something to wear kind of thing. Don't miss it; it'll change your life, sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then if Donnie loses me in his peripheral vision at all, I'm just gonna
Poof
turn
out of
into
existence.
dust.
You poof out of existence, leaving Donnie.
Thanos style. Just
Donnie kind of looks over, and he says, "Can you go borrow the?" Oh shit! I don't have any. You said I'm $50 over. I don't have that. Can I? Who was gonna cover? Fuck. We cut away from this scene, leaving Donnie fronted with a overdraft of $50, a line full of people behind him ready to check out, and groceries already bagged. Your guys' scene. You guys have procured your motorcycle, MAJIN. You have Donnie going to take care of the ironworks with the Pegasus. Your guys' scene.
Cool. And I simply walk over to one of the doors and open it, and straight into the underworld using the key in the gate, which requires a spend of a momentum. Subtract 1 from the pool, everyone.
Understood.
So were we at 7?
9.
9.
Oh, did it go back up to 10 after I used the 2 last session?
You guys have had 3 failed rolls this session, so yeah, you guys we're back up at 10 to begin with.
Plus we get
Yeah.
one every team.
Yeah.
Correct.
Doors open.
Doors open.
Straight into the
opens to
underworld.
a new space within the DEWITT.
Told you there'd be one.
10.
You guys,
Glad I didn't go straight home.
you guys step through.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
grab Chim Chim by the tail and dive in.
Yeah, walk through.
MAJIN, THALIS. Gregor, you must remain to close the door behind you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going.
THALIS,
oh yes, I said I was going.
you step through with full knowledge after your duplicate has been dissipated that Donnie is left with a bill to pay and a line of people behind him. And I think that this is an excellent time to take our break. We thoroughly appreciate you guys for sticking around. We're going to take a quick break for tech and bio, and we will get back with you guys very, very shortly. We'll see you soon. We return now to Scion Godsend. We thank you guys for waiting for us. Just a quick minute for tech and bio. But last we left our heroes, they had just descended, returned back into the DEWITT, the underworld of the Nature, the closest thing they have to an underworld. Gregor, you've opened the portal with the gate and the key. You've closed the door behind you. Where do you and your new allies, well, your allies and new ally, re-emerge?
Well, we find ourselves in a hall near my cell that they had me sitting in and sleeping in. This is roughly where I am, not too far away from Bossman, but plenty far enough away to keep Charles from messing around in his throne room.
You all re-emerge in this space.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. Don't do anything unless someone asks you to. Beyond that, you can stay in my cell. I'm going to go resolve some things. Put in my 2 weeks notice, or 2 minutes notice, I suppose. If you guys don't mind.
I immediately walk outside.
Understood. Everyone else?
Meet back here in an hour.
Whole hour?
Meet back here in 30 minutes.
Okay.
Go talk to some mummies. I guess they aren't mummies here.
Everybody else?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm here.
And wander around a little bit. And then see what there is to see in this place.
I'm gonna tag along with Charles and question him about this Titan. You don't know anything about this Titan.
Understood. Noted. Thalis, are you just hanging out, or are you just wandering off on your own? What's going on?
I'll wander around a little bit. Not
Feel
going
free to
super
sit in
far.
the cell. Feel free to sit in the cell. It's got a cot and a stool.
Gideon, where do we find you as you wandered away? You stepped outside, but was there any other aim?
So, being in this isn't necessarily is the DEWITT is connected to Amit, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I am likely not unfamiliar with this place either. I just didn't want to be blocked indoors with my potential jailer.
Mm-hmm.
So, the irony, really. I will. I'll stand outside and take it in. I will look about to the spirits if there are any.
There are plenty. Wander these halls.
And I will look to one of them, and I will make eye contact. And when they acknowledge me, I'll gesture it forward.
One of the younger spirits, only probably about 23 in age when he passed, comes up to you. Did you need something? Are you lost?
Oh no, I know exactly where I am. As do you, I assume.
I do.
Tell me what you know of this Gregor. Why is he here?
He was taken. A captive at first. Wesser changes with the sun, and Wesser took him in his rage. After that subsided, he made use of him.
What was the cause of his rage?
I can't say for certain, but there are whispers, always whispers. He was an enemy, or aligned with one of Wesser's enemies. Something was stolen. Gregor is connected somehow. And now he is working off of a debt, a penance.
You truthfully have no knowledge of this opposition?
I have no knowledge of the opposition. Wesser's affairs are his own, and he would not share them with the likes of me.
Very well. I appreciate your cooperation. Enjoy eternity. For as long as it lasts.
There will always be an attempt. He gives a bow and departs.
I just hang out and look melancholy because that's what I do.
Copy. I will get to you very shortly, Gregor. MAJIN, Charles, I am curious as to what your friends get to while you're away, Gregor. So, Charles, MAJIN.
I'm gonna go and check out his home that we took him from. Go look in the cell.
Yeah. MAJIN sticking by Charles as he kind of like assesses the area. Or are you wandering off on your own?
No, I'm sticking with Charles.
Okay. Gregor, what do they see? This was your cell once. It has been converted into sort of a living space. Generous living space.
Well, yeah. Well, Gregor always lived sparsely, so the same cot that he was given when it was a cell, a modest desk, and and on that desk, the book that I had used to try to bring Phil back with, as I don't tend to be out and about with it, and it was taken with me. Beyond that, notes, but not much. Looks like handwritten stuff only for visual. Looks like more diagrams than anything else. Like I was trying to visualize something and needed to draw it out to do so. Beyond that, there is very little. Most of my stuff is in my memory palace as it is.
It's a cell. It's a nice cell, but it's still a cell. It may not have bars or a rusted gate, but very clearly there is sparse anything that can be used for entertainment or for joy here. It's a desk, a bed, well, a cot, really. It's very much a cell, gentlemen.
Well, this is boring. Well, time to meander, looking for something fun to do.
Real quick, Charles, you don't have anything on this Titan?
Mommy.
Something about Thunder God.
Yes.
A Thunder God that was a Titan, had worked with the gods prior, and had chosen a separate side than the side that some Wukong has fallen into.
You may feel free to make a roll, Majin. You've been working with the Keepers for a while. As such, you've been interacting with various different pantheons. You know ins and outs and things and connections and whatnot. So I'm gonna allow you to make a culture roll if you would like, in any of your mental attributes.
Honey,
Works for me. How many successes? And of course, you may feel free to use momentum.
four successes.
4 successes.
Yeah.
The information that Charles has given you, Thunder God, once allied with the gods, now turned Titan. You think you know who this is. You think you've not encountered him, but you may have met scions of their brother. His brother is Raijin, the thunder deity. Is Raijin's brother. Raijin being the kami of lightning, hurls lightning bolts across. He lives very near Ryujin. But his brother is Fujin. Fujin is a lightning deity within the kami. Fujin is a thunder deity within the kami. That is the best fit as you draw on some of your knowledge. There, of course, may be other thunder deities that are now allied with Titans, but this is what springs to mind with 4 successes.
I'll relay that.
Fujin, huh? Okay. Then I guess we don't really need to be messing around here in the underworld.
We can always hit up Nissa.
Yeah.
Maybe she
We
could
could.
make a connection or something.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking that, or ask Ryujin about getting us set up with Raijin himself, and then trying to broker a meeting that way. Yeah, I'm down
Huh.
for either one. I do think we should probably see this through, though, for our comrades and what they're trying to accomplish while we're down here.
Yeah, just tell me what you want me to do. I'll be honest, this seems more important to me. So
Well, I feel more comfortable now that I know, like, who. And honestly, I just need to speak what's on my mind. Just need to talk to her again.
I get it.
Do you think if we offer Anubis a bone, he'll like do tricks?
Anubis.
Yeah. Because he's got like the whole dog aesthetic, right? Like,
He was supposed to be like a jackal. Or jackals dogs?
I mean, aren't they dogs? They're just like coyote but Egyptian.
Egyptian coyotes?
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought about it like that. Let's try it.
Off to find Anubis.
Noted. Thalis, what are you up to while Gregor is away?
Well, yeah, I was kind of just wandering around, so just seeing if there's anything of interest here. Um, I mean, underworlds in general tend to be kind of gloomy and drab, so I wouldn't imagine that there was much, but I figured I'd give it the benefit of the doubt. At the worst, I figured I'd get a walk out of it.
Understood. Getting a walk out of this. Gideon, you stand sullen and solemn looking. Charles and MAJIN going to see if they can find Anubis. Thalis taking a walk. Any particular goal, Thalis? Anything in particular you wish to accomplish?
Not at the moment. Since there's not really a whole lot for me to contribute to this section.
Understood. Gregor, we rejoin you as you walk the halls of the DEWITT.
Just mentally preparing myself, pulling up the list in my palace of memories. Just, alright, he said that, got it.
You
And
eventually
preparing to get debriefed.
arrive at the Hall of Two Truths, where Wesser sits.
Bow deeply. My lord, I have found the individual described that has been causing the deaths.
And are they a danger?
They seem to be solely interested in their own pantheon. It seems in their intra-pantheon affairs for some reason took place here.
I see. Then there is no true cause for concern.
Not for you, my lord.
What further information do you have on this individual? It may not be a threat,
They-
but I am curious.
Of course. They are deeply displeased with the leadership of the Theo Pantheon. They are or Theoi Pantheon. They dislike the Fates, and in particular hate the Thunder God and King of their gods. They appear to be Titan aligned and on a path to apotheosis. They themselves have claimed to have ended several paths of apotheosis, as members of that pantheon have fought against them.
What makes you believe him to be Titan aligned?
There's something off about him. Something that isn't like me off. Something I've only experienced with another Titan. Seems to very specifically dislike fate as a concept and the three fates of that pantheon in particular. I believe his goal is to destroy them or at least usurp them.
With this information you've given me, your service to me is ended.
Thank you, my lord.
You have served me well, Gregor DeWitt. And I owe you a boon. Alongside this, I will offer you some information as well. This individual is titanic in nature. Their apotheosis cannot be. It would mean destruction for all that are near. Nor can we truly intervene to prevent it. They cannot fail, they cannot succeed. They must remain as they are. Your service to me is at an end. I can call on you for no more favors. But know that the information you have given me will lead me to take action.
I would not expect otherwise, my lord.
Your prize, Gregor DeWitt. He gestures over toward a side wall. There is a canopic jar sealed with wax on a pedestal.
Thank you, my lord. I will head over to the jar and take it, and then if you should ever need my expertise, by all means, I am a private investigator.
Make no mistake, Gregor. You are not in my service, but I will remember you.
Then I hope we have a good relationship in the future. And with that, I will step away.
Do this. Quickly rejoin Charles and MAJIN just down the hall. You have encountered an individual. Just down the halls, between the hall, outside of the Hall of Two Truths. They seem to have been heading in that direction. Individual bears the head of a jackal, and when asked if they were, well, let's take care of the interaction just fluidly, shall we? You see this individual. What do? Looks like you're the person you're looking for.
Hey, are you Anubis?
I am known as Anpu. I have been called Anubis.
I have a question. Do do you like treats? Like, do you behave akin to a dog? Like if someone like offers you like liver treats, like for training a dog, like do you have an instinctual want for them?
Are you still alive?
Yes.
Hope so.
Why are both of you here then? How did you get
Can
in
I get
here?
a picture?
How did you get in here?
Can we take a selfie with you and send it to our sister?
Explain yourselves immediately.
There, we went through the door.
What
That doesn't sound
door?
like a no. I'm gonna snap a selfie.
You can see Anpu
We
or
pose,
Anubis
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
just like covers, but you can very clearly see the hand, the jackal face, the elongated snout. You can very clearly see it is Anubis.
Oh,
In the
you're
picture.
a shy boy.
Explain yourselves now. You've entered into the duelot. Many of my kin lie here, rest here, even operate here. Explain what door?
The door at the Bucky's.
What the hell is a Bucky's?
What is it? Boosie's? Bussies? Bucky? The Beaver place.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I gave you all the information I have.
Yeah, that's everything we know, man.
Why? How?
Honestly.
Okay, why are you here? Let's start with that. Why? We clearly don't understand. The how can be dealt with later. Why are you here?
I'd like a clear selfie.
Like, we can talk about that, but I need to understand
Tourism?
why. To tourism?
Looking for my mom. Well, we wanted to visit.
Are
and I'm
you
looking for my mom.
Scions?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ra be damned. This is. I can't even. Again with this. You know what? Who are you here for?
Well, we came to talk to you. I'd
Yeah.
like a selfie.
Specifically,
clear
I wanted
one.
to ask you that question about dogs.
Your quest is a selfie?
Well, I wanted to know about the question. More importantly,
I have been known to enjoy liver. I'm so tired of this question. No, a
you don't
jackal
like treats?
is a. He begins to shift in shape and change in form. You can see now that they are just this fully golden man. He says, "Does this help with perpetuate the myth? Does this help nip that in the butt? Should I start? Is this the vibe I should go with from now on?"
I like treats, so I mean,
I eat liver
yeah.
from time to time.
Forgive me, you have to understand how often I get these questions.
Do a lot of people come visit you?
Oh yes, I used to. So he shifts again. You can see now a fully golden wolf, looks like large as a dire wolf, and says, "This is a form I regularly used to take. I don't do this anymore." For that exact same question of, "Do you do tricks?" I don't. He shifts again back into the golden man.
Are
You say
jackals
that,
wolves?
but you're shape shifting, and that's a pretty neat trick.
It's
I'll be honest with you.
only the three that you don't understand. That's not how this. It's not a trick. It is an imagery. It is. You'll understand when you're older, when you've reached further in your apotheosis. But the only ones that have true metamorphosis are the Greeks, and I can't. Your quest here was a selfie?
Well, no, it's mostly we're on our way to Hades, and we stopped here so that our brother could, like, drop in a report or something like that.
Oh,
with
okay.
someone.
Well, your brother is dropping. Good news. Are you
Is
you
there like a gift
Gregor's-
shop around?
Are you Gregor's kin?
What? Yeah.
All right.
Is there a gift shop around?
There is no gift shop. This is the DEWITT. This
Can
is
I
a
do
place of
something
business.
to earn a token of yours?
This isn't a quest at all, is it? You guys were just Are you visiting Gregor? Are we allowing visitors in here now? He kind of looks over. The spirits are just like.
This is more like a side quest.
Yeah,
It's not like the
like,
main quest.
we're stopping by. Gregor needed to like finish up his employment or whatever, and then we're gonna go to Hades from here. And he
But if we
left
could,
supervise.
yeah, and if we could get like a trinket or something of
I-
our time here, that'd be amazing.
Like a selfie.
I will give you a selfie. Will that settle the score?
Yeah, but can
Yep.
you do it in the wolf form and like sit down?
Or in all three forms, because the golden form was pretty cool too.
Yeah, we'll do like a video selfie, right? And you can just like transition.
Whoever would like to take the lead can give a persuasion check, using any attribute in your social arena.
This
And
would be a
whoever-
good time for some momentum.
Yeah, you guys can spend momentum. You guys can then take, of course, giving an
Cool.
extra die. Whoever's doing the initial roll, because there's two of you.
Do you mind if I take the lead on this one then?
You're gonna use momentum.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 5 momentum.
I'm gonna use my innate power.
Is that okay with everyone?
I mean, you only need to use 4, but okay.
You would. I get what you guys are going for here. You
guys
would
are going
technically need to use full 5 because it is a different scene.
Yeah, but we're gonna leave with the momentum.
You in order to get because again I know what the goal is here is to get that sweet XP. He
Yeah.
needs to spend 5.
Okay.
It's half or at least half in a scene.
All right. I'll go with that.
I'm gonna use my innate power and boost the roll.
Boost the roll. Okay, so kindly explain, Majin, since this is not a newer ability, but something you haven't quite used very often. What is the
Yeah, this is like my second time.
Yeah.
The innate power of the Coot. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. But essentially, it doubles the roll. So each point of momentum spent on the roll by anyone counts twice. So we're spending 5. Therefore, it's 10 total.
So, with that being said, Interesting. So with that being said, momentum expenditure for those of you guys who are just joining us for season 2, or for our newer players, momentum expenditure is a way to boost your stuff, boost your rolls and whatnot. Spending momentum grants an extra die, so you'll be adding 10 die to this.
Mm-hmm.
10 plus, so 10 dice plus whatever you're initially rolling for your persuasion and whatever attribute in your social.
Yep. I'm using my presence attribute, and my number of successes is 9.
9 successes. Anubis, otherwise known as Anpu, kind of looks defeated and just like, fine, we'll do a photo op. Sure. You're not with the press officially, are you?
No.
Okay. All right. Fine. Let's. What do you want? What are we doing here?
We're gonna take a little video of you transitioning your forms with us.
All right. Is anything else? Just want standard pictures or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll take a couple pictures.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe if you have like a staff or a weapon or something, we could do like a cool weapon.
Fine.
You could like hold it in your
Pose.
mouth in your dog form.
Fine. God. Fine. You guys have a photo op with Anubis. Gregor, you exit, and this is what you see down the hall, just like flashing. It's a little bit darker here, so there's the flash just continuously going off.
Work it. Yeah, good. All right. No. Just like be natural, okay? Let it become you, okay?
You're
doing
asking a
great.
golden wolf to sit on its hind legs and with a weapon in its mouth, and that's not natural.
What? I didn't ask for feedback. Come on, just work it.
Gregor, this is what you see.
I walk the other way. I gotta go get my book. I've got the base and gonna go get my book.
Understood.
And then I said we meet back here in 30 minutes, so I'm going to just hope they come back right now.
Understood. So I've got 3 of you gathered up and what you guys are up to. Gideon and doing anything of note?
Waiting for the motley to reassemble at this location. Otherwise, I am trying to remain aware of proper entrances to Hades, specifically either to the river and the ferry
Mm-hmm.
or to the gates. And is it my understanding? So I've never had an audience with Hades proper, but does he hang out in Tartarus or does he have another place?
He has a whole other place. Tartarus is the sort of jail cell.
I just don't know where his office is.
Yeah, Hades has his home office within the realm of Hades itself. It is a little, I hesitate to say modernized, but it's things change with the times, and things even the gods are subject to taking some niceties from the mortal world. You would know nearest by. You are in the realm of the Nature, in the DEWITT. Basically, next door is Hades. The underworlds are connected via portal, via gate, via bridge. This is the closest you probably could have gotten to Hades without actually, bamfing into Hades. It's only a few.
I would never be so silly. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on where that is, and I will wait for the collective to assemble.
Understood. Thalis, anything of note? You were wandering, correct?
I was. But as I said, these places tend to be kind of dull. They really could use with some redecorating, and I don't mean by just putting entrails all over the place, as some of these places seem to interpret it. It's actually not very good for the feng shui, or whatever you want to call it. So I would have started making my way back.
Okay. Yeah, you wander for a little bit. You spirits kind of apparate within without form around you. It is a dreary place. Bacchus be gone Bacchus be there is probably brighten this place up quite a bit.
Oh yes, could work wonders.
But you wander, and you eventually return back, and you see Gideon. Gideon, one of the motley crew, has returned. Any interaction between the two of you that I should know about?
This is the okay, right. I'll side eye him.
Yeah, this is the one that smells like Theo.
Oh, I haven't sent to the divine on any of these people.
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah, I will side eye him and go back to lingering.
Understood. Alice, anything from you?
No, just gonna take a seat and await the return of the others.
Excellent. You guys sit and stand without talking to one another. Just kind of a little bit of a awkward silence. Gregor, you rejoin your friends. Well, rejoin Gideon and Thalis at the cell, ready to retrieve your book.
Yep. Get bored?
There's a question posed to the two of them.
Yeah. Get bored?
Yeah, I know that the whole death thing is kind of the point here, but this place could really use some life. Very dull.
Yeah. You don't get used to it. I walk into the room.
Well, don't mention that I would.
Yeah, you never do. Pick up the book. Alright, there's that. All we gotta do is wait for them to get done with their little photo shoot, and we should be good to go.
So,
I say out loud.
The three of you wait. Is there any interaction between the three of you now that Gregor has joined?
Yes. Hey, Donnie's brother. Why did you come?
Yeah, Charles asked me to, and yeah, I didn't really have much else going on, so figured, what the hell?
Okay. Okay. So, like, you also that, what? Never
That's
mind.
what was that?
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. That was me. That would have been cruel or not humanish. Oh well.
Right.
Yeah. So, what do you do for fun?
Um, uh, well, I
As you
suppose
guys,
what don't we do for fun?
as you guys get into what Thalis does for fun, I'm sure that it's a insightful experience to say the very least, especially with your connections, Thalis. Charles MAJIN, with the 9 successes, you've even gotten Anubis to kind of get into this after a while, after a few photos, you know, after the initial shapeshifting, and he's kind of like looking more regal as you guys take pictures with him. It's turned into like you know, Charles is, you know, work it, look fierce. It's turned into a little bit more fun, we'll say.
Do you think we can convince Set to doing the same thing?
Oh no, Set's a stick in the mud. You don't want to. Trust me, you don't. I'm actually. Oh, what time is it? I think I'm late. I'll tell you what. You guys have.
sorry for keeping you.
No, it's fine. Be careful in here. There's a lot of people that are going to be questioning of like what you guys are doing here. And you know, just he pulls a simple golden cartouche off of his waist and hands it over to you guys and says, that's my name, and it's not exactly a badge of office or anything like that. It's not going to give you immunity, but they'll know that you've got a go-ahead to wander a little bit. Just be careful where you do wander, because it's not necessarily safe all the time here.
Can I get one?
Sure. Pulls another. You guys
Yeah.
have 2 cartouches with Thunpa's name.
Have a good day. I'll bring treats next time.
Stop. I really don't want you to perpetuate that myth. I have a meeting
you-
with Wesser. I gotta get to that.
You're gonna like my treats.
You think he could eat chocolate?
I can eat chocolate just fine. He continues down the hall.
I was gonna bring him spicy McChickens with mac sauce.
That's fair. We should probably head back.
Yeah. It's been about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Head
You
back.
did a good job, though. Those are good pictures.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with those. I'll send you copies.
Yeah. Post them on Napster.
You guys head back, eventually rejoining your friends. Bearing 2 little golden cartouches bearing Anubis's name.
Is our business here concluded?
Yeah, we even got autographs.
Autographs.
I begin walking.
Where are you going? The door's here.
A bastardized intrusion into Hades is ill-advised. It has been my experience that those who would dare to intrude upon the demesnes of Hades without invitation, duty, or demise are doomed to enjoy the accommodation of Tartarus, or become the playthings of those within. Do so what you will. I'll take the front door.
I was gonna take the front door though.
I continue
Oh.
walking.
Just
Fair enough.
faster.
We figured out where my mom is. So I don't really have a reason to go, but still down for talking to Hades.
I pause. And what did you figure out?
Seems like my mom is enthralled with Fujin, the thunder god, or the kami of thunder, whichever.
I mean, it's a
Indeed.
good bet at least.
The green demon of the kami.
Mayhaps.
There's only one.
Then yes.
So we don't need to go to Hades then, we just need...
Not for that, but we can still meet up with Hades and talk to him about the other things.
I don't think that's... I think it's more important that we get you your closure first.
Well, I mean, we're already here.
Yes, but we can already be over there.
Where?
Well, I can get us closer.
Close to Fujin? You know where he resides?
No. But we can get some... But there are those who know where he resides, right, Charles?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was just going to ask Ryujin, and if he didn't know, then ask if Ryujin could point us in the direction of Raijin, and then if he doesn't know, then just wander around and look for where the lightning's striking.
If
maybe
she is a
find the
dead
next
spirit,
route.
if she is a dead spirit, the records of her movement will be in Hades.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
Quick question.
If that's...
Is so with the guide thing, is Kodama a part of that pantheon? The kami pantheon?
Kodama
whatever.
is your
Yeah.
guide, correct?
Correct.
So,
Because but
I believe so. Let me double check. It is.
please.
It is a very old
Because-
tree.
Gotcha. Well, the guide stunt on there says that with one success, the story guide provides you with one insight or historical fact about the current situation that you didn't already know, even if you have no way of gleaning it yourself. So, could we potentially use this to find out where Fujin is? That is their typical residence.
Absolutely. You'll need to make an academics roll, whatever you feel is prevalent in your mental arena.
I see.
Your
So I would
goals.
use the. Do I use the birthright dots plus academics?
Oh, this will be your guide sense, so
Yeah.
you're using academics, the asset skill.
Oh, I see. The asset skills. Okay, so it's academics or survival
Mhm.
for those. Okay. So academics, and then I'm sorry. What did you say the other one was?
Anything in your mental arena.
Mental. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and try cunning then. 3 successes.
3 successes. You're wishing to glean where Fujin resides.
Correct.
Fujin is known as the first Oni, the green ogre. Though he doesn't really spend a whole lot of time in his own terra incognita or his own palace or anything like that. Him and his brother have begun a sort of protection racketeering business. He resides in its underground headquarters. He's closely tied with the underworld of his homeland. So you don't have the exact location per se, but you do know that he's tied to the underworld. You can probably find a pretty easy way to get to him, meddling about in the shady place and darkness of his home.
Understood. And I will share this with the rest of the group.
Oh, I can't... Well, I don't believe I've ever been there, so... If that's where we believe this person is...
I think
we
we still go
still-
to Hades.
It's a possibility.
Alright.
We'll fall back on that, but for now, like I said, we're already here. When's the next time we're going to get the opportunity to go to Hades like this?
I don't like that you said that, Charles. In fact, I absolutely dislike that you said that, Charles. Why did you have to say it?
I mean, he has a point.
You're not okay. Well, I've worked there before. We can go there my way, or do you want to take his way?
I'll follow Gideon.
Okay, fine.
More of an adventure.
Yeah, fair. Fine. Okay.
Alright. So, Gideon, we shall go.
I continue toward the entrance. As I do so, I will kind of drift next to Charles. Fujin is no force to be trifled with. He's an engine of destruction. One of the first.
Well, I'm not trying to trifle with him.
If there is something that you wish from him, you will have to be prepared to make an offering.
Okay.
Do you understand what that might mean?
I mean, I only have so much to offer.
Oh no, it would not be something you have. It would be something that you do. As a force. He only understands representation of his mien. You'll have to show him that you are worth acknowledging. Now, you've already displayed a desire for chaos, so it's safe to assume he'll smell that on you.
Okay. I appreciate the heads up, Gideon. Thanks for looking out for me.
I kind of wince. I'm not really sure if that's what I was doing, but sure.
Give him a pat on the back. Trying to make sure I don't pat him on the butt.
I continue toward the entrance.
With that interaction, and as you guys travel, I do want to get some insight, Gideon. Perhaps out of necessity, or perhaps out of convenience, I should say. Charles is going through it right now. He's on a quest, to find his mother and get some closure. It's a very human, personal thing. Maybe you don't understand that. Maybe you do. But you know that he has a goal of his own to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
However, instead of immediately setting out on that goal, he was the one that pushed for Hades first to help you with your goal. What is Gideon's thoughts on that? Him putting your goal before his.
I'm of the opinion that both of our objectives can be serviced with a trip to Hades, assuming that it doesn't go horribly. There's a lot of ways this can pan out, and if Hades, even if Hades of Hades is not willing to operate with us, there are a multitude of resources that, if would not be provided readily, can be provided otherwise.
Understood.
So I don't really see this as a either or scenario. I'm no stranger to the notion of altruism. I just don't care about it.
Understood.
But I understand it. I get it. It's what I'm seeing at this point is Charles's value as a force himself is proving to be intriguing. And at this point, that's something that I find curious, as I've never really. It's very rare for me to encounter those like me without mutual assured destruction as part of the arrangement. So, yeah.
Understood. You guys travel. Gideon, you lead the way toward a proper entrance into Hades. Caesar, guys, I've seen you guys have some time to talk, to travel, and get some information, or perhaps form some bonds, if you so choose. Please, anything of note, gentlemen. If not, we'll press.
Hopefully it goes better than last time I was there.
Mhm. What happened the last time you were there?
Some weird colors were invading. They were dealt with.
Weird colors. Alright.
So what you're saying is you find trouble even when Majin and I are not around.
Well, yeah. I've been dealing with all of the mythos things that have been invading the underworld.
More of this war?
Oh, no, nothing to do with the war.
The Mythos was invading the underworld with nothing to do with the war.
Some people got mixed up on who Odin was. Some other people, one just kind of fell into the underworld by accident. Another got lost.
Didn't you get Phil's soul back?
Yeah, it's right here.
Is it like that a vial? Is that what is that?
It's a vase, man.
A vase.
What you see is a simple clay canopic jar. It's a little concerning given the fragility of it that he held it up with just a single hand, perhaps. But it is a clay jar sealed with wax around the brim of the top edge.
Yeah.
Is it his ashes?
No, it's a soul.
Isn't that the same thing that they use to put organs in when they mummify people?
Yeah. I don't have a
Well, we
backpack, so
just
we're gonna
already
have to
got the
stop by the
jar.
gift shop in Hades so I can get a backpack.
Oh, so Hades has a gift shop, but the DEWITT can't afford one.
It's more economic to have one in Hades.
I guess.
Listen, ever since Orpheus went down there, they've had a gift shop.
What do you think I'd have to do to get the DEWITT to get a gift shop?
Make it commonplace for heroes to come in here and save the dead, which isn't a thing that happens in the DEWITT very often.
Or ascend and become a god of the underworld? Make one
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, but you'd have to probably join the Egyptian pantheon so you could have power over the DEWITT.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna need to stop by the gift shop so I can get a backpack.
MAJIN, THALIS, anything from you guys?
Hmm?
During this friendly conversation across the DEWITT.
Just thinking about how we could get a gift shot in the duo.
Understood.
The gift shop would be the first thing this place needs.
Gideon, if you would kindly, as you guys travel and discuss the economics of a gift shop in the DEWITT, again, you're leading the way. I'll have you take some narrative control. Eventually, you're going to find yourself at the entrance into Hades. What does that look like?
So the gates themselves are likely slightly ajar as they are awaiting my arrival. Beyond them, the river Styx is rolling on by, taking up the majority of, the horizon, as it were. And I am heading toward a lonely pier past the spirits that are probably drifting inside. And on my way there, I will look to my right as I pass the spirits. And I look for one who's carrying coin.
There are many spirits waiting on the shore, waiting for the ferryman to come. As you know, Hades is continuously expanding. Not the person himself, but the realm continues to grow. It's as if the dead are rising to outnumber in more vastness these days than the living. Very, very easily you find spirits that are waiting. They see you, pay you no real mind. These spirits are freshly dead. They do not know you yet. You see two people, or you see people bearing 2 pennies, the traditional drachma. You can see quarters and all manner of change and things from across worlds and countries.
Who here would seek to escape judgment? Be honest.
Judgment for what?
I hold up a finger.
The spirits turn to your group. Kind of look at one another.
One of you would not wish to spend an eternity here.
They look to one another, waiting for someone to break it. Finally, someone pushes and stands in the opening of the space. Has formed a circle around you, and it's a middle-aged gentleman, hair long, tied back into a ponytail. He clutches his 2 coins. Says, "Can you offer this?"
Can I offer an escape from judgment?
Yes. If I cross
Yes.
that river, I will not find myself in Elysium. Is there an alternative?
There is.
What price must I pay?
Simply give me your coin.
The spirits begin to murmur. This is their only way, their only passage, the only way to move on. Otherwise they wander, they drift, they are lost.
The eternity of drifting and purposelessness will not plague you, I promise.
GIDEON, give me a roll, please. You can choose any of your skills, however you're approaching this. This will be your manipulation or your presence. I'll give you that choice as well.
I will defer to might. And I would like to also use once per scene I may roll my knack skill to examine nearby vulnerabilities. So I'm going to use Entropic Eye on this spirit and attempt to, well, I'll let you know how many successes I get, but then I can ask questions based on the successes I get.
Okay.
So let me roll that. And that is empathy plus my calling. Yeah.
Correct.
So empathy. And I can't, well, I guess I'll just use that. So, all right, I'll just roll this. Here we go. 5 successes.
5 successes. When Tropic Eye, you look for chinks in armor, breaks, and weaknesses in all manner of beings. What would you like to know?
I would like to know how to reassure him that I am being honest, because I am. What would he need to hear?
You are a figure that does not instill grace or forgiveness. You are a powerful figure. Playing on that power is going to be your best bet, showing that you have the power to set him free in a way. You must rely on your strength here. You have to rely on your the figure you cut, the straightness of your back, and the presence that you exude.
I will hold myself. Well, I don't really slouch, but I will throw my cloak back a bit, and I will allow my power to seep forward. My hands will begin to smoke and drip with magma as steel gauntlets, pitted and black, form around my hands. The murmurs of, one could say, lost souls seems to kind of emanate from them.
You do this, you all see the magma drip. Is this fully taking the effect, Gideon? Is this your skin cracking, or is that
My
remain-
skin, just my gauntlets. Yeah, just the gauntlets.
You see the gauntlets and they drip with magma. You hear the spirits of souls either lost or stolen or perhaps set free. Whispers. See
There are few with the power to do what I can do. This is your last chance
see
to escape perdition.
the look in his eyes. He looks to you and says, "To escape judgment, I accept servitude." He holds up the coins.
With one hand, I take the coins, and with the other, I grip him about the neck with the adamantine fists of Tartarus, and I forge him into another link in the chain. I collapse his form and absorb him.
You all see this spirit fade as Gideon grips with strength. It drifts down, dancing along the magma, along the gauntlet, and forms another link in the chains.
And I wait on the shore.
I could have paid for you. You didn't have to kill a guy. If you needed money, I
It
have
looks
a roll of quarters in my pocket.
It looks like he turned him into a chain, Gregor. And he
Yeah.
got the guy's consent before he did that. I mean, it's better than you with those like law enforcement guys who you thought wrecked the van.
Yeah, that's fair. But he's stopped him from getting judgment. Okay. Seemed like an unnecessary ritual. Then again, everything is unnecessary, so I guess I can't talk.
Like laws.
Even one of the spirits kind of looks over at Gregor and says, "Dude, you're a fucking bummer," and then just wanders closer to the shore.
Laws are the only thing I have to judge morality by, Charles.
What if we give you like personal laws?
I don't know. Are they gonna be? Actually, never mind. If you want to, fine. But that's going to supersede other things.
Okay, but you're not gonna like it.
I don't think I will, given what you guys flip out on me over.
As you guys have this discussion,
I'm not. This isn't me agreeing to them. I'm going to read them first.
As you guys have this discussion, you see a ferryman coming up the river using the swift pole, heavily cloaked figure, unseen face as he moves his way toward the edge. He stops near the shore in this little creaky and decrepit wooden dock, only 4 or 5 few short planks. He stops. People begin to move toward his barge.
I will impose myself between them and the ferry.
After the display you've just done, the dead part for you.
And I will approach the ferryman respectfully.
I'll follow closely behind Gideon.
Yeah. I'll follow as well.
Sure.
Move over
Loyal
to
ferryman.
Continue, please.
I am Gideon Danger, the jailer of Tartarus, scourge of Elysium, and bounty hunter of those evading judgment, ascended from the underworld in search of answers. And I will extend my gauntlet, and I will drop 2 coins into his hand.
Takes the coins, doesn't really look up at you, and he says, "I know you, lost son of Tartarus. Have you come to return home?"
Oh no, my journey has just begun.
then take heed. Your payment has been made. But for this journey alone, and should you ever return, I will expect more.
Of course. I will gesture to the others.
Who pays?
Hi, Jaron.
Greetings.
Hi,
Nice
I'm
to see you
Charles.
again. Nice to see you again. Sure, Tep's not here this time.
Good. You take 2 quarters, Gregor?
Yeah, just 2 quarters. And then, do you all have change, or do you need me to pay? Sure, Tep needed me to pay too.
Y'all should have told me this before we came.
I wasn't intending on, anyways. Do you need change to Thalius?
No.
Do you only take
No,
change?
I'll hand him 2 coins.
The ferryman's hand's still outstretched.
Okay, I just
Chim
those
Chim, do you
two.
have the wallets?
Chim Chim's just kind of nods, just
Give me 2 wallets, Chim Chim.
signs at you, just like, this is fucking spooky. I hate this. Is he okay? Is that I think he's bleeding. Every time I lean under to look under the hood, I can't see. It's like the hood extends. Yeah, here, and he hands you 2 wallets.
Hold on.
Let's cover it. I'll offer
Where's
him to
Jake?
Darren.
we left them upstairs.
Oh, yeah, he stayed upstairs.
I thought Jake stayed at Bucky's.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He was told to watch your
Yeah.
bike, and he was hanging out with Donnie.
He can't really watch the bike from down here.
So we have Gideon's paid. Gregor, you paid for yourself. Was the
And
intention-
anybody else
Okay,
who can't pay.
Charles, you
And
have
I believe
2 wallets in your hands. We'll get to. You just drop those.
Yeah.
Takes that, and then kind of angles. You can see the hood kind of angle toward Chim Chim. Chim Chim's just staring, just fishes for this little pouch he has around his waist, and just throws down a nickel and a dime. Just the ferryman takes the coins. MAJIN, THALIS, how will you pay?
Oh, I gave him 2 coins as well.
Understood. Takes your coins, MAJIN.
Gregor, give him some coins.
I got him. Don't worry.
Fortuitous that you have a friend willing to pay for your entrance. Debt incurred in Hades can be quite difficult to repay, stranger.
You talking to me?
Difficult to say. He's got the hood.
Let it be. It's a long ride. I assume we all board.
Yeah, I put my hood back and take a deep breath.
The few of the spirits join you on the barge. Filled. All together with yourselves, there are, including Chim Chim, there are 14 souls. Begins to pull away from the dock. People on the spirits on the dock look a bit forlorn as they will have to wait again. You journey across the river Styx into the realm of Hades. And that is where we'll end today's session of Scion Godsend. Well done, gentlemen. The Underworld, the second Underworld, second episode, second Underworld. You guys are on a roll.
So what you're saying is we somehow contrive to get into a third Underworld next episode.
Easy peasy.
Oh,
We're
there's looking
going
creepy.
to Asgard.
Let's see. What do we got for short-term deeds, guys?
Descend into the Underworld and get my things.
There you go.
Frank done.
Prank Donnie. Got it.
Make
I had
make the peace offering to Bussy.
Excellent. Gideon, MAJIN.
and have the fate conversation
Excellent.
regarding an NK.
Majin.
Yeah, learn what Gideon knows about fate.
Excellent. So we have attending this session. We have each of you have completed a short-term deed, and all of the group has completed a short-term deed up to 3 XP. Currently, at the moment, you guys did expend your happy momentum pool. That is another, I believe. So that should be 4 XP total earned from this this venture. Excellent. Well done. Anyone have anything to plug before we dip out?
I don't exist.
No?
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh?
Friday Vampire Games on Rolling Nomad, Sunday Vampire Games on Rolling Nomad, soon to be D&D Sunday games on Rolling Nomad, Mondays, random games, Rolling Nomads, Thursdays, maybe another game on Rolling Nomad, and then, Sunday afternoons we're here on the Onyx Path.
Excellent. Well done. The only thing I would critique is that the times, Majin, times.
Oh, yes.
That's why you go to Twitter. You see Twitter.
What's our Twitter,
go to
Majin?
Twitter.
Something by the name of the Rolling
God
Nomads.
damn it.
You
can find us
searching the Rolling Nomads.
You can find us on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads, every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for our Sabbat Chronicle of Vampire the Masquerade. They are in the midst of monomacy over there, so, duels to the death and combat and things. We may have lost one of our young Lasombra. In a as well, you can find us right here, or actually, apologies. On Sundays, you can find us over on our channel, twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads, at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for our Thy Kindred Come. This will likely be the last episode before we get into our epilogues. This has been a long run, and it's time to close that chapter. We'll get through today's session and likely just jump into epilogues. I hear that there's going to be a meeting with the Hecata and the Justicars. We'll see how that goes. Something about not, adhering to the traditions, but, we'll figure it out. You can, of course, find us right here for Scion Godsend every Sunday as well, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, as you've just seen. Mondays, like Majin said, we're going to be doing some random gaming. This Monday, we're going to be doing probably some Conan. Conan Exile is in preparation for the new update that's coming out. But it's really kind of a crapshoot of what we're doing on Mondays. We're still trying to iron that out and see what we can stick with. Thursday, however, we are going to be doing Conan for sure as the update rolls out. Whatever bugs are there, we're going to see them. Both Monday and Thursday will be on at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I believe. Any changes to that, like Majin said, you can find us over on our Twitter, @_Rolling Nomads. Where you can keep up to date with our schedule, any late starts, anything that we might be planning and doing and things. And of course, we have to thank THALIS' player for taking up the reins of DM after the Kindred Come ends. We're going to be taking a brief hiatus for that time slot and then jumping into a D&D campaign that is DM'd by none other than our THALIS. With that being said, you can find Scion Godsend episodes on YouTube and alongside Book of Saints episodes. Over on YouTube, youtube.com/Rolling Nomads, where we exist. We upload things, and you can catch up on Season 1 and all that good stuff. That's it for Rolling Nomads, right, guys? I'm not crazy. That's all the things.
No, that's all. That's all the things.
2 things, yeah.
Are you sure, guys? Nobody else has anything to plug before I get into
I don't exist.
myself?
I don't exist.
Myself.
I will say for the sake of chat, in case there's any ambiguity, Kratos is all right. We could be cool on a beer, but if he spat in my face, I would give him a swirly with this hand.
Good to know. Love the gauntlet, love the cloak. Fantastic. Me, myself, of course, I'm pretty simple. You can find me everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, under the name @Ramos the Nomad. That's everywhere, all the social media things, @Ramos the Nomad. And we really appreciate you guys joining us. We're going to go ahead and get out of the Onyx Path's hair, and we thank you guys for joining. We hope that we'll see you next Sunday. Same time, same place, same Scions. We'll see you soon.